So this is a little bit of a different video than what I normally make, but I think this is important to talk about because I think this could genuinely change a lot of how the current Pokemon TCG market is working, at least for this foreseeable future. So this was originally teased a few weeks ago, but it looks like today the Japanese side of TCGPlayer has finally gone live and it's finally gone up. And this is honestly, it's much better than I thought it would be. As someone who primarily collects Japanese, I was kind of expecting it to be a lot of overpriced garbage, honestly, especially for a lot of the really popular modern stuff like 151. But I've been pleasantly surprised. Now, I wasn't totally wrong. There is a lot of it that is kind of overpriced garbage, like Charizard from 151 in Japanese selling for $110 before shipping and tax. I think that's a little outrageous. I know the English one's going crazy, but the English and Japanese market are not one-to-one. As most people I think know by now. But honestly, a lot of the prices on this site for TCGPlayer for their new marketplace, they're not horrible for basically being a Japanese exclusive marketplace now for, American audiences. This is honestly not too bad. Especially some of these cards from 151, if it'll load, the Zapdos EX SAR and the, Erica's Invitation. So these are definitely overpriced. Oh, okay, this one sold out. Earlier they had near mint copies for $38, but you can see they it looks like they've kind of just sold out, which I'm not too surprised. It's 151 after all, but these are not too far off from their Japanese prices, genuinely. These are not bad if you want to start getting into Japanese cards, especially because I'm sure 151 is probably going to be the gateway for more people getting into Japanese now, especially because the English version of it has become so expensive. But if you want to start picking up Japanese cards, I honestly think Japanese marketplace on TCGPlayer isn't too bad, and I think they launched this pretty well because they have a nice mixture of modern, like you'll see, and then they'll have more vintage stuff. So you'll have stuff from Crossing the Runes, which is Neo Discovery, in Japanese, Fossil in Japanese. You'll see mostly the WotC equivalent stuff in Japanese. Obviously, it's not WotC in Japanese because WotC never printed Japanese, but you get what I mean. The comparison between the two sets. So it's going to be a lot of stuff for base set, Team Rocket, aka Rocket Gang, through I would say probably From Darkness into Light. I think that's the name of Japanese Neo Destiny. I think this is honestly a very good chance for people to start getting into the Japanese market if they've been thinking about it, or they just feel like they're getting priced out of English. Because paying stuff $8 to $10 for an art rare in English, and then looking on here 150 for a 151 art rare, Flapple 242 from the set that literally just released, sub $2 Pachirisu, sub $2 Latios from V-Star Universe. These are decent prices for art rare cards. But I think this is a very good start. For a day one launch, this is a good amount of stuff that I think a lot of people would be interested in, and you would probably be able to find at least something you're looking for. So yeah, let me show you guys what I got. 54 cents for a Mr. Mime art rare, 75 cents for a Snorlax art rare, and then 5.25 for the Nimona SAR from Shiny Treasure. That is ridiculous. So it's $7.92 after shipping and sales tax. That is really good. That is cheaper than I can buy from an actual Japanese card shop website if I wanted to do that. Some more 151 stuff. You're gonna notice a lot of this is 151 because I think, unfortunately, I don't even like 151 that much as a set, but I think it would be foolish to assume these cards don't go up at all eventually at some point, especially when I can get them on this site in near mint condition. Hopefully near mint condition when they actually arrive, for cheaper than I can get them in Japan for A and A minus tier pricing, which is essentially their version of near mint. But $6 for the Giovanni's Charisma SAR, $2.55 for the Pikachu art rare, $2.80 for the Squirtle art rare. These are pretty popular cards, and they're just dirt cheap on this site. Genuinely, if you want to get into Japanese cards, do it now. I would say look around on this site, browse a little bit, make sure you're getting more of an idea of what the Japanese mainland prices for this stuff is. I'm not going to go into that. You guys can, do your own research on that if you really do care about Japanese cards. It's not hard to figure out. You might just need to look online for a little bit, 10 or 15 minutes. I think this is a great opportunity for people to start moving into Japanese if they've had an interest in it but feel like a little intimidated by, eBay or going to some of these other sites like, Whatnot, anything like that. Like, if you, the point of this video is, I think this is drastically going to change things. I think this is going to make people more diversified in what they collect, and I think this is the best time, especially with how the English market is starting to boom. You don't need to pay dumb money prices for English cards anymore. You can buy Japanese cards when they are cheaper. They're better quality. They're easier to get. They're they're less expensive on average. I mean, you don't really lose anything from this unless you're dead set on having only English cards. But I really think this is a great opportunity for people who feel like they're starting to get priced out of English. I think people genuinely are starting to care more about Japanese cards, and I think this new iteration of the TCGPlayer site is genuinely just such a good way to get into them if you're not too experienced in them already, or you want to learn more about them, or just add a few to your collection. I seriously can't recommend it enough if you're newer, because the prices don't seem too bad, and I don't think there's much risk in buying these cards when a lot of them are really only $2 or $3 if you just want some nice, art rare cards for your binder or whatever you want to use them for. So yeah, that's kind of all I have to say about the matter. If you guys like the video, just like and comment. Let me know if you like it. I know this is kind of more of a less organized and more ranty video, but I know sometimes people like content like this, and I figured I just wanted to put a video out there about it because I haven't seen anybody else talk about it yet. And yeah, that's it. I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.